literally hit record, and as soon as I do, I have to sneeze. That's not the most untimely sneeze I've ever experienced. Welcome back to Misled Farms here on No Man's Land, everyone. And with that, welcome also to episode 4 in the series. Can't believe it's already been 4 episodes. And I was thinking about this as I was sitting down to get ready to record this episode. It seems like 4 episodes in, and I feel like I really haven't done much. We've worked, well, 2 fields now to this point. We have our wheat field and we have the barley field. And I just kind of feel like at certain points, like we're just not making the progress that we need to make. I mean, money-wise, into the month of November, we're sitting at $48,000, which isn't too bad. And that's mainly all just from the mushroom greenhouse that we have. So as we move into the winter here, it's, yeah, we're going to be relying solely on a mushroom greenhouse in order to survive the winter time. But before we get into the chore list for the month of November and the things that we need to set up and get ready to have done through the winter time, I think it's just as good of a time as any to show you guys some of the changes to the map that we have done here. So as you know, this map here is a completely empty map, has no structures on it other than the farm shop and the starting buildings that we have in our little plot of land that we currently own. And it was one of the goals of mine, one of the objectives of the series, to slowly kind of just build the map out, make it a little bit more friendly looking. Let's say we want to work on its personality, its character that the map has to offer. And we've done that. We have started to work on the very initial stages of putting in a little small residential area. Now, this is not the final product. There's going to be some fine tuning that eventually will be done as we progress throughout future episodes. And I think about every maybe 4 to 5 episodes that we do, any changes that I make like this before I end up recording the episode, this is what we'll do is we'll come in, we'll review the changes that have been made, and we'll just show how the map has been developing over time. And then at one time, or at a certain point throughout the series, what we'll do is just kind of like a complete flyover of the entire map, and we'll look at everything, and we'll kind of do some then and now type stuff just to see how far we've come with the map. And this is why I just really love No Man's Land. I talked about it in episode 3 with Western Wilds as well. It's just really something that you can kind of just dig into and you can just completely make it your own thing. So the creativity is, you're really just limited to your own creativity at that point with this map. I mean, you could load this whole thing down. You could build a whole road system all throughout the map. You could have certain areas be residential, certain areas be production points and plants and stuff like that for where you would take everything from the farm and have converted into a product, which you can then take over to a more like city style area where there may be more sell points like grocery stores, bakeries, spinneries, stuff like that. The options are endless. And I'm not saying that we're going to get to all of it, but we're definitely going to explore the majority of it as we progress our way throughout No Man's Land here. So you can see we have a little garden center down here in the front, couple nice little benches, little decor out here in the front side of the building with a picnic table or 2 off to the side. Then we have a nice little basketball court and a playscape area for the children over here for the residential area. And then we have some houses that have popped up seemingly just kind of overnight here at No Man's Land, which is good because eventually when we get production points down and sell points down, we're going to need people to work those sell points. So we are definitely thankful that people are starting to move out here into the country. Stick around because you're not going to want to miss it. So in order to not miss any of the future episodes or future updates, please do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes in this series or future episodes that we're going to do of other series. I am sitting down. I'm starting to think about other ideas that involve farming sim as far as series are concerned, or like some let's plays or maybe some role plays, stuff like that. You never know what we're going to do, but for right now, we're totally committed to No Man's Land, and I'm super excited to see where this series ends up at by the time we hit the late game. Yeah, I'm just ready. I'm ready to see what we can do with it and where we get to. But with that, we have a chores list waiting us at the house. We need to get back to the farm. We need to get busy. Winter is coming. Quick updates on the fields. Wheat field looking good. Did that just say 123% in that one spot? I want to find that again. I just want to find it one more time. Please, just show me the 123%. Right there it is, 123%. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That is going to be a good little bit of a yield of wheat for us right there. Very productive field that we have rolling there. Barley field should be about the same. I feel like this is where we closed out episode 3, so not much is really going to have changed. Yep, everything's looking pretty much the same here. So with that, moving into the winter time. So this is what I'm starting to think. So it's November, and if we take a look at our crop calendars, there's not much left for us to do. We can't do anything. We can't plant anything in the month of November except for grass, which I do not want to plant grass. We have grass all around us for the time being. I don't want to plant any grass. We can just harvest the meadow grass that is around the farm and save ourselves the time and the money of putting that field in. So we don't have anything else that can be harvested. So truthfully, there's nothing for us to be doing throughout the month of November. The biggest thing is going to be selling off our silage bales, which we know we're probably going to be waiting until about the month of January, the month of February to sell these off. That is honestly the couple biggest things that we have that we need to accomplish. If we jump back in the truck, we run over here to our silage bales. We should be pretty close to having all of, I think our final count was what, 27 bales of silage? I think it was 27. All of these should be relatively close to being fully silaged. 94%. Would not be surprised if these bales here on this side are completely done by the end of the month of November, and then we just hold on to them until we get into December or January, sell them for the highest price that we can. So it is very likely that this episode is going to end with us moving into the month of March. If it does, we need to have a game plan for what happens when we get into the month of March. Now, couple different routes that we can take here. The next field we put in, I was thinking about going with an oat field. Yeah, I'm thinking an oat field. Maybe a sunflower field, but I'm not 100% certain. The reason I want to do oat is because I have the harvester that can harvest oat, barley, wheat, canola. I don't need the special header for corn, sunflowers, stuff like that. So oat is looking pretty decent as an option. If we check the price of oat, yeah, I mean, we're not going to make a killing off of it, but it does net us more value than our wheat and barley field will. And it's right up there with canola as well, too. Sorghum, not so much. So, yeah, definitely going to be looking at oat and canola. The nice thing about canola is, yeah, we're going to have to wait a while for that to be available to plant. But once we get to this point, if we do look at putting a canola field in, we got to take into consideration we will have already probably harvested our wheat and our barley field. We're going to do what we're going to do with that. I cannot say that whether or not we're going to have a production point down by this time, but here's what I was starting to think about. I'm like, between the silage bales that we currently have and the mushroom greenhouse that we have over here that's doing us some pretty good work, I thought about maybe it's time to buy more land. I don't know if that's going to end up being the case or not. I like the idea of it. I really think it could do us a big favor if we did. But the question then becomes, where do we purchase the land at? Because this over here, lot 25, not the most ideal location to put a field, as it is just a big mound right in the middle. We already have the barley field over here, but lot 25 goes all the way out to about right in here is where I would stop it. So if you look back across there, we have a lot of room, and we could still go quite a ways out this way to put another field in. And then if we were to loop that field around over here, I mean, I'm really kind of liking the idea of this right now. Bring that field up around here, bring it down here. I mean, maybe it's not the biggest field that we would have or the option to have. The other idea that I was thinking about, oh, I can't drive through my field. I don't want to do any crop destruction. The other idea I was thinking about is if we just find another suitable parcel of land that we can purchase. Like this area right in here looks ideal for a farm. What do we have here? What in the world do we have here? Some withered grapes, it looks like. Really? And then look at the barn. I don't know. This looks pretty nice right here. I mean, we could do a lot of work. It's nice and flat. I mean, we could put a really good sized field in here, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, for the sake of complete transparency, this is where I started my last No Man's Land Let's Play when, before I kind of took an elongated break from playing Farming Sim. We started here. We had our farmhouse. Originally, we started with the farmhouse in here, and then eventually we moved. And we did some logging adventures that took place over here in this massive woods. And then eventually we moved our farming house over into the woods. And then we had a service drive that connected over here. And this is where all my barns, all of my silos, my animals, that's where everything was at for the actual farming. But this whole area right here just looks, it's super flat, super convenient. I mean, you're looking at one big whole field right here, or a field that we do going this way, and then a field that we do going out that way, kind of out to the north of the map. So we'd have a field that would run basically north-south, and then a field that would run east and west. That's actually not too bad. This is a very valid option here. Now, what does parcel 33 sell for? Probably going to be around $85,000. If I had to guess, I'm going to say, 80. I meant to say 85, but yeah, $85,000 for that. Pretty much every parcel of land here goes for about the same amount of money. We're halfway there. By the month of January, and especially with us selling off our silage, we could probably make this happen. But there is one thing I've not shown you guys yet. We got to take a look at what's in the sales page right now. Look at this. But problem is, once again, right? It's the horsepower. It's the horsepower limitation that we have. And again, I think we were looking at this same one. Maybe it was the same one the last episode. So when I first got on to begin recording this episode, I looked at the sales page, and there was actually 2 Massey Ferguson tractors that were for sale. And I believe the other one that we had went up to 220 horsepower. So yes, again, I don't think that this one is really going to be worth the investment. Basically, right now, we would just be paying extra money to upgrade the look of our tractor to a more modern style Massey Ferguson. So, yeah, realistically, right now, again, just don't think it's the best use of our money, especially if we're looking to buy more land to expand the farm. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I think we're done with the month of November. There's really just not much that I want to do. We need to make a little bit of money here in order to see where we're going to be for throughout the winter time. So yeah, that's it. Month of November gone. We're gonna wake up. We'll wake up a little bit later, being that we're in these winter months. We don't need to be getting up too early, especially because we just don't really have much that we're gonna be doing. So yeah, 8 o'clock works for me. And that brings us into the month of December. Perfect. All right, 8 o'clock in the morning. Got some deer out here. They're grazing, checking everything out. Let's take a look at the barley field. Weeds, no weeds. Don't tell me I have weeds turned off. I just feel like there should be weeds. I feel like I had weeds turned on. Yeah, weeds are on. Yeah, the only thing I have turned off is fieldstone. I was pretty sure that was going to be the case, but all right, I'm gonna head over here, take a look at the wheat field, and then check out our silage prices as well. No weeds, still looking pretty good here in the wheat field. Let's go take a look at our silage. see what we have. I know everything is 100% silage. I really don't even know why I'm running all the way over here, but I've started and I'm not going to stop now because we're here. Silage and silage. Oh, sweet gold. Here it is. Let's check the prices for silage right now because I feel like, okay, show current price, 340. It's the highest we're gonna get right here. So we need to load up. We have got to get moving. We need to sell. Oh, it's only 136 horsepower. I was getting super excited right there. It's fine though. It's fine. We're gonna be close to it. We're gonna be really close here soon. Let's go over here to our favorite. Let's just go to the Ponge. How many bales do we have? We have 27, correct? Then we just need the 28 bale trailer. We're gonna lease it. $1,000 bucks. We're easily gonna make our money back. Let's jump into our tractor here. Turn some lights on. Oh, I'm so excited to sell off this silage and see what we're gonna have for money after we sell all of this off. I mean, 28. We got 27 bales. So per 1,000. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to do the math. I'm not even gonna try to do it. We're just gonna load everything up and we're gonna head over to the shop and get all of this sold off. I just realized too, like, this is gonna be extremely difficult for me to pick all this up. I'm gonna have to do some thread the needle style driving here real quick. Let's just throw this into the operating position so we can start to make ourselves a little bit of room. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This Massey is gonna be struggling once we get all of this silage on there too. It's gonna be weighed down quite a bit. But that should be all 27 bales. It is. We're out of here. Let's go make some money. The residential area is pretty nice. It does. It adds just a little bit of personality to the map. I kind of like that. Good vibes driving by that. Looks like the garden center hasn't quite opened yet. But we are approaching the farm shop to sell off 27 bales of silage. I'm pretty excited. So we currently have $72,606. I'm going to say by the time we sell these bales, we're going to be probably over, I think we're going to be over $100,000 by the time we're done. Probably pretty close to maybe $125,000 if my very quick and inaccurate math is correct. Let me think about the easiest way to do this here. Let's just go. Hang on. First of all, let me just loop back around with this trailer. So they're not going to unload and sell until we actually unload the trailer. But I also want to make sure that we get all of the bales on there at one point. It's going to be very close. I don't know if we're going to get exactly all of them, but we can try. So we're going to unload bales. We're going to set them off over here to the side. Bring them down to the ground. Unload bales there. $33,000. All right, it's not as much as I was really thinking that we were going to get. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm kind of, I'm a little surprised. But, I mean, that's $33,000 that we did not have before. So I will gladly take that. And that puts us in a pretty good place here, money-wise, moving into the month of January, because legit, there's just nothing. There's nothing else I want to do right now in the month of December. We have no work to do around the farm. Our fields are looking good. They don't have any active weed growth yet, so we don't need to worry about taking care of any weeds. We've sold off whatever amount of products that we have was just the 27 silage bales, so we sold off all of that. Our mushrooms are automatically selling off, so we don't have anything to do with mushrooms. It pretty much takes care of itself. It's a very self-sufficient process. The one thing that we could probably look to do is maybe look at throwing some money at our loan. maybe just throw a few extra dollars at it, try to knock down some of that balance so we can maybe pay it off a little bit earlier. Might have to take a look at that. All right, so the remaining amount is $150,000. We have 56 months remaining. It's pretty rough. That is pretty rough. There is another option. We could make it through the winter time and just pay the loan off. And then that way we don't have to worry about the monthly deduction. And then also, if we wanted to, we could probably look to take another loan, possibly. I know we said we weren't going to do that we were just going to take the one and only loan, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, things be looking a little skosh around here. Still haven't fixed this roof. It still looks like someone was murdered on my couch. I still don't even want to talk about the bathtub or my bed, which almost mysteriously looks like it has a weird handprint in the middle. Yeah, I'm going to stop asking questions. I'm going to sleep on the floor once again. Still making money, $130,000. So we made roughly about $24,000 after all the cost of repaying the loan, production costs for the mushroom greenhouse, stuff like that. So it's all kind of taking a chunk out of us as well. Barley field's looking good. Still no weeds. Probably not going to get weeds throughout the winter time. I was kind of thinking about that as we were transitioning into the month of January. Yeah. I mean, once again, not too much really for us to be doing right now. I mean, I kind of thought about putting another greenhouse down, but I do think, because if we take a look at the calendar here, we're about to move into the month of February. The only crop that is available to plant in February is cotton. I'm not really getting into the cotton fields, especially into the early game, but March is on the horizon. And I figure what we could look at doing, because we have a couple other tasks that we need to accomplish before we make it into the month of March and plant our oat field, is perhaps we take a look at just plowing our oat field, or our field for our oat now. Now, what we could do is, because I don't have the plow already stored, we could just buy it. I mean, we have plenty of money to buy it now. It's not going to be a factor. I mean, $19,000 and we have $130,000. It feels good to be a gangster and be able to start affording stuff for the farm. Unfortunately, there are no tractors that are for sale yet. Hopefully, the month of February will bring change to that, and there will be a tractor that is for sale that we can look at purchasing. Please, Giant Software, give us a tractor on the sales page next month that we can actually afford. We also just need to get into, we just need more money. I mean, that's the biggest thing right now. We need money. Money. Where did our plow go? And I just realized, too, we have to buy that plot of land. Is our plow all the way up at the store? Is it? Yes. I know why. It's not gonna... I got it. I understand. The errors of my ways. There it is. Sweet. And we know, because it's the only way it works for us, we have to hook up from this side, because of reasons that we're just not going to discuss anymore for this series. We know why. We watched the episode. We know exactly what happened. We know exactly what's going on here. All right, so continuing to think about where to put some farming fields in here, or just to put some fields in to keep things relatively close to the house. What do we think about this area right over here? I mean, we could put a fairly decent sized field in over here. We could get kind of creative with the shape of the field, so it's not going to be a standard square field, which is okay. But 36 ends about right. Let's just call it right at this rock. 36 ends here, but we have a little, it's still, man, it's not as much space as you really would think that it is. Yeah, it's really just not that much. I seriously think 33 is probably the best place to go. Just to put that big field in, to put a money maker field in for us. I think plot 33 is going to be it. I think I've changed my mind. I think we're going to go with lot 34. I like lot 34. It's mainly this whole entire area is available to be plowed up and used as a field. I mean, we can start way back here, kind of tucked into this corner. And I mean, you just look, we can go for a very long ways back down towards the shop before we really run out of space on lot 34. So with that, let's just come in here and do a little bit of that. Yep. And yeah, we just bought plot 34. Nice. Back down to $26,000. Wow, that money didn't last us very long at all, did it? That was just absolutely burning a hole in our pocket, and we just had to get rid of it right away. Could not hold on to it. All right, this field here, though, is going to be a decent size field. It's going to be a good yielding field for us. I am going to back us up here just as close as I can feel comfortable with getting close to that tree line. Allow create fields, drop plow down. Here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, you got to actually turn on override work speed. Okay, and I got to kind of slow down here so we don't go blowing through our property line here. That I feel like that's close enough. We don't need to go any farther than that. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, man, this does not seem like it's going to be that big of a field. Oh, it gets better. Just hold on. Just wait. It's going to get a lot better. I promise you this field's going to be worthwhile for us. And let's let her rip. So we're basically just going to travel right on down the property line of lot 34, 35 right here. Basically all the way until we run out of space in lot 34. So we are going to convert a lot of this land to a field. And what I did in the previous No Man's Land series, wow, I almost couldn't even say that. I about had to give up on that. Is I bought all of the land initially when we first started, and then I started from scratch from there. So we owned the whole map, so we were free to farm wherever we wanted to farm. And I mean, realistically, I could go that way in this series as well too, and if that's something you guys are interested in seeing me do, or if you think that's a unique dynamic, I mean, we can purchase the whole map. I mean, it ain't nothing but a couple keystrokes to get that taken care of, but I just felt like it was gonna kind of take away from the overall experience of starting from scratch and not having much of anything, you know, to get started with. So I wanted to work our way up to everything that we currently, or everything that we'll eventually end up owning. I didn't want to just hand ourselves everything. The other thing I just kind of started to think about is how much of a pain in the ass it's going to be to seed this field with the seeder that we currently have. It's not ideal. It's we might need to figure out a solution for that, and that solution very well may be buying a new seeder when we come. Well, we've only really got 2 more months, so we better just figure it out, because realistically, yeah, we just don't have a lot of time, and we're not going to make the amount of money that we need in order to get a newer seeder. So our best bet is hoping that maybe something comes up in the sales page, or oh no, 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 no. All right, let's just fix this up real quick. My bad, sorry. But anyways, the planter is going to be an issue, because the planter that we currently have is not really cut out to do fields of this scope and size right here. So definitely going to have to take a look at fixing this. Make sure the plow comes up. All right. Let's not make that mistake again. So while I sit here and ponder life thoughts and what we're going to do about a seeder for this large field that we have just now started to put in, I'm going to go ahead and activate a bit of a time lapse for y'all to enjoy. So you just sit back, relax, and I'll catch up with y'all in a couple minutes. I'm willing to bet there was a handful of you that were watching that time lapse thinking, man, he's going to blow right through the field again like he did earlier when he was getting started. And I didn't. Not even one time. Not even once. It was close. I mean, I'm not going to say it wasn't close. There was a few times where I thought maybe I was going to do the same thing. But that field is completed. It's all plowed in. That's really all I'm going to do for the month of January is just initially just get the field plowed in. Why does it look like I'm seeing double of my plow right now? That is crazy. I do not like. It's weird. I'm gonna go ahead and fold that up. We're gonna make our way back over to the farm here, and most likely we're gonna move into the month of February, and then we're gonna move into the month of March. Matter of fact, this is gonna be the last time I will see you guys in the month of January, and I won't see you again until we get into the month of March. Did I say March? I think I meant April. Looks like we had a bit of a late winter push here on No Man's Land. That's a little bit more snow than I was anticipating having to deal with. It's fine because we can still plant oat in April anyways, but yeah, I did not expect to wake up to a fresh coating of snow for the month of March. That's actually kind of crazy. But money's been doing pretty good. Steady income with the mushrooms greenhouse that we have. Nothing is on the sales page, which is actually kind of depressing. Like, I'm starting to get kind of worried that we're kind of working our way into a hole here of where the work that we need to do is going to it's going to kind of overarch the equipment that we currently have, especially our seeder. So with that, let's go ahead. We're going to wake up at 7 o'clock for the month of April, and hopefully the snow is gone. And what's nice about the month of April is well, the hot air balloon's back, and two, we're basically right back where we were with money. That's amazing. We did very well through the wintertime with just a mushroom greenhouse. I mean, this whole survival series could just be based upon that one greenhouse, and we would be totally fine. I mean, we are paying off a $160,000 loan with just a mushroom greenhouse right now. Yeah, kind of crazy. So April is here. This is the last month in which we can plant oat. And this is what I was just referring to about working ourselves back into a corner and kind of handcuffing ourselves is we don't have the equipment the proper equipment. Let me say it that way. The proper equipment to seed that field. This right here is ideally the seeder that I would like. But we don't have a tractor that can pull it. That's the problem there. We don't have a 210 horsepower tractor. Now, what I've been thinking about doing, because it wouldn't be too bad, and because we make the money every month based off our mushroom greenhouse, is why don't we just lease a large tractor? We don't need to go crazy and have $60,000 worth of engine upgrades done to it. We could probably even get away with just doing a medium tractor. I mean, realistically, let's take a look here. Where's the class? There's the class we had the other day. I'm pretty sure that worked just fine. This Deutz-Fahr's 247, that's pretty good. This T7, yeah, 273 stock, that's actually not bad. 280 stock with the 6R. This Deutz-Fahr 287 stock, that's not bad. Yeah, realistically, just it comes down to like what kind of farm do we want to be? Do we want to be a Claas farm? Do we want to be a John Deere farm? Maybe a Case farm? I mean, the options are endless. I mean, New Holland, we could go with the T8. I mean, seriously, it's not that bad. But to lease the high-end Claas tractor per day, right? Per day, per work hour. Work hour is only going to hit when we actually hit 1.0s on the clock for the piece of equipment. Per day, it's $3,300. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think it actually will also include the work hour in there as well. So you're looking at $10,000 a month to lease this. And for the work that we have coming up, we need it. I mean, hands down, we have to have it. We need it. It's pretty much not optional. So tough call. This is a tough call to make, but here's what's going to happen. And some of you out there are probably not going to like this, and I'm going to apologize to you right now. I'm seriously thinking we sell the original Massey Ferguson. We sell the seeder, and we sell the trailer, because we're going to definitely need a new trailer when we get into the harvesting portion of everything. I don't know. I kind of wanted to hold on to this and have it be the workhorse of the whole entire farm, and just keep it throughout the life of the farm. But I mean, $50,000 extra dollars is pretty nice. $1,000 extra dollars for the seeder is pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to hold on to the Massey Ferguson for now. Let me know down in the comment section if that's something that you think that we should do in the future, is go ahead and sell off and then just hold on to the lease tractor for however long we really need it. But I'm telling you what, for right now, like we need to do it. It's definitely happening. Have to do it. I really don't care to put the Iseria Pro Compact on there. No, not going to do that. The wheels, Michelin. Ooh, the Midas wheels are pretty nice. I like that. BKT wheels are always pretty cool looking too. Trelleborg, Michelin. Let's go BKTs. We'll go with the wheel weights just to kind of keep everything balanced out. And yeah, let's go ahead and lease that. And yeah, done deal. Next thing we're going to need is the soil sampler, because we need to go take soil samples for our oat field that we just put in. So that's going to work. And then, yeah, we're also going to need, not a planter, but we're going to need a seeder. Crazy to think that we're at this point right now. Ooh, this Lemkin is nice. This one's even better, though, because it does... Well, I mean, we can always fertilize later. I mean, both of these do seed and fertilizer as well. So let's just go ahead. We'll roll with this one. Lease that as well. Look at it. Look at it. This is awesome. I am so ready to go do like all of the field work now. Oh, this class is so nice. This is gonna be just so nice to have. Iseria Pro Scout, let's get it. What I'm going to do is go ahead and just set up the seeder right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get this loaded up with seed and fertilizer and take it over there with me just so we don't have to make a trip all the way back for no reason whatsoever. Let me pull up alongside here. Let's go ahead and that's going to fill up with fertilizer. I don't know how much fertilizer we actually have left. It was just 1,000 liters. That's fine. I'll fill this up with seed. Not that much seed left either, so we're probably looking at buying some seed here in the near future. We have plenty of fertilizer. I still have a couple pellet bags over there as well. Back up, back up. Let's continue filling this all the rest of the way up. I'm gonna actually go ahead and guess that that might be enough seed to get that whole field done. We'll have to double check though. And with that, we're gonna head over to field 34, get our soil samples done. Let you know what the outcome of the soil samples are. Other than that, we're gonna get right into seeding this field, and that's gonna be it. That's where we're gonna leave the episode here. Is once we get most of the seeding done. Probably gonna part ways with you guys at that point, and then we'll catch you in episode 5. But before that, I'll have to update you guys on the soil sampling. And the results are in. Looks like we're lucking out here just a little bit. So what we have is a little bit of silty clay and a little bit of loam. So as long as we're staying away from like the loamy sand, silty clay I don't think is going to hurt us too bad, but for the most part we have loam, which is giving us our really high yield percentages up here, like with our wheat and barley fields. So yeah, we're definitely getting very, very good luck here so far with precision farming. So big on this field. With that, let me go ahead and just make sure that we have our wheat is set to oat. What we need to do is let's just go ahead and get this unfolded real quick. And we're going to turn on application, automatic application rate. We got it. We know. Let's see here. For oat on loam. There it is. All right, so everything's kind of picking up. Everything's registering the way that it should. I'm actually going to kind of reposition here just a little bit, so we can just go right down this edge of the field first. I should really, you know what? I should really put lime on this field first before I do anything else. Oh, be right back. I'm going to be honest. I don't think the Massey Ferguson would have pulled this anyways. Loaded down with 8,900 liters of lime. I don't think it was going to happen. All right, here we go. Working on the pH levels. This is probably going to take just a little bit of time. This is one of the bigger fields that we have so far. And navigating through these trees is going to be fun as well. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. All right, with that taken care of, and probably a lot of damage done to this tractor and to the spreader, let's get back on this field. As I was saying, this is probably going to take the majority of that 8,900 liters of lime, as this is one of the biggest fields that we've done so far. And the true test here is going to be kind of going through these headland areas and seeing that basically we've already used 1,000 liters of lime, and we're not even halfway around the headlands just yet. So yeah, this one could be a little this field could get a little expensive when it comes to lime, but we'll see. I'll let you know if we have to go back and reload on any of the lime. Yeah, 10,000 liters of lime for this field. So that's good. It's good to know. We'll keep that in mind for future sessions where we need to lime this field. We'll just know that we need to start 10,000 is probably going to be it. Now, it could differ depending on what the pH balance are looking like on the field itself. But it's a good starting point. I'd rather have more than we need than not have enough and continuously always have to turn around and go restock. So we ended up having to restock there once on that initial iteration of the lime application. But nonetheless, it's done, and we are going to get this field planted right here with oat, and then that is gonna basically, yeah, wrap up the month of April. I might have to do some work on these trees here because I think we're gonna need some more room to get turned around here in this field. But yeah, the month of April, pretty much pretty direct, pretty to the point. So we started in the month of November. Just to kind of recap, we went back, we started in November, and we just really didn't have much to do. We got our silage bales sold off in, what was it, December, January, and we made $33,000 off the silage bales. So not a bad investment into the silage. It didn't cost us that much to really get started with the silage. So I feel like we made our money back on silage for sure. The mushroom greenhouse is just OP. I mean, it just continues to make us some really good money. It keeps us afloat every month. Gives us more than enough money to start paying off some of the bills that we have here that are accumulating on the farm. Equipment wise, we're definitely struggling just a little bit. We need a better tractor. We need better farming equipment such as plows, seeders. Well, we have the plow thing figured out, but seeders for sure. Especially as we start to work into putting bigger fields into play. We are definitely going to need bigger seeders that do both seeding and fertilization because it's just a time-saving aspect at that point. So those are going to be some of the things that are going to be very high on our priority list moving forward throughout this year. Now, we are still in year 1. We are not in year 2 yet. Year 2 will start once we hit August again. But I like where we're at. I feel like we're making smart decisions. I feel like we're doing the right things. We're getting our fields in. We have money coming into the farm. We have a pretty good idea of where we want to be in the future. We know what we need to focus on doing. So, yeah, I like it so far. Hopefully you all are enjoying the series. Feel free to leave some comments down below on the video. Let me know what you're thinking. Again, go check out, if you are a farming sim player, definitely go check out the Mod Hub website where you can download some of the mods, some of the same ones that you see me using here in the game, to include No Man's Land, the map. And then Alien Jim also has a whole bunch of other stuff that he has loaded onto the Mod Hub as well. So definitely give all of those things a check out. They are very unique, very awesome to utilize in game. Tons of fun. The game itself is just fun. Yeah. Hopefully the series is just as fun for you guys. And with that, I'll finish this field up. We'll see you in episode 5.